Hello, welcome back. Usual complement of spells. We did not find any sites this turn, unfortunately. And still doing lots of summons. Some of my forts are starting to have supply issues, but we've got lots of bags of wine. For now, at least. Spied a couple of strange battles. First up, looks like someone threw some living mercuries at Pangoya's fort. Lots of maenads here, though. Who do you think has the edge here? These guys are poison resist. No. Not quite. We almost got through them though. That would have been pretty good. So that was God Coast. He keeps the fort, unfortunately. It's been finished this turn as well. Also saw a battle in Kopos. There's more of Ermor's mannequins. There's a bit of an army here though. This is AI moving a little stack back towards his capital. Running into some deer. This one didn't go as well. So that's Kopos. It's over here. You can see moving a little bunch of units down. We manually searched Giant's Rest for astral sites. We found an enchanted gate and a garden of pearls. Pretty good. Oh, well, we found a garden of pearls. I guess we already had the enchanted gate. And then a bunch more battles we spied. There was Fungwood. I don't think that was a very interesting one though. No. Interesting one was in So tried to break siege into Ermor's big stack. Yeah. The big red clouds that you see appearing periodically are the Mind Blasts from the Salamanders, I think. So this thing. This black cloud looks like improved panic. This looks like -5 morale. Let's see. This guy's about to walk through. He's 14 morale. He's 9 morale. Yeah. That's a really powerful one. So, worth bearing in mind. Yeah, these guys run immediately. Although, to be fair, they are also getting mind blasted every turn by like 100 salamanders. But yeah, that was not really much of a fight. There we go. Yeah, there was a... yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. I still think we'd be quite matched up against this army though. It's just the salamanders that are carrying him, and then 19 of these guys who are also very strong. I think we'd be okay. We've got enough kind of stuff in the battle, I think, if we have to go against them. Also saw a battle in Summerage, which is just Pan taking a little province off for us. And we had 2 battles in fortresses. I'll watch one of them, but they're both very similar. Because the forts are pretty much empty. There's like a couple of mages in each one. I like seeing flame orbs. Whatever it's called. I already missed it? I think I already missed it. Okay, everything's dead already. But there you go, that's how the fort storms go. That was Morn. And then there's also Glistening Dew. That's all fine. We have both of these fortresses now. No one's diseased yet either in Morn. Pretty good. Unexpected events then. In Mir we got a death gem. In Neotha, this is really fortuitous. We got 195 gold and a miraculous cure all elixir. I was thinking of forging one of those. I guess we don't have to. This is a trinket that just cures diseases for you. So that's really nice. We're going to stick that in this fort, just in case it does have a disease site. And in Bycliffe, we found a magic site, which is more ore deposits. So Bycliffe now has a copper mine, a great gold mine, and an iron mine. That's pretty cool. Also battling Fungwood, which is some direwolves attacking Ermor. Starting to starve in Mudwood, and one of our scouts died. So there we go. So big movements this turn are still just over here. We'll still try and take some stuff off. I feel like I'm going to have to go through Urmor at some point if I want this throne. Because my army's here. Bit of a hassle moving it all the way back down to attack from this direction. And even here I'd have to go through Urmor, wouldn't I? Yeah. If I want that throne, I have to go through Urmor at some point. We also need these two thrones as well. I'm not sure what we're going to do exactly. The army consists of mainly maenads and buffaloes. That's pretty cool. But for now, let's just take this last Urish fort that we can get access to easily. We'll try and get temples down in these forts. We are going to claim this throne eventually. Other than that, yeah, just going to throw all this stuff into Godwoods now. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Godwoods. So it's the same sort of scripting, same sort of army. We've got the big guy here in the back. Plus the usual complement of arrows, fire orbs, pillars of flame, and the usual buffs. Army still just looks like this. It should go fine. You might move this little stack down to help defend, or he might just smash that into his cap, who knows. But I don't foresee we'll have any problems, even if Urmor decides to be sneaky and move down. I think we'll still be okay. Probably not like arranged exactly correct to fight Urmor, but I don't think he's going to move down. It'll be fine. I'm still setting up blood hunting over here in Mountains of Ebonite. I'm building the lab here now. I'm patrolling ready. I'm moving out the Samargals we just summoned this turn. So yeah, these guys are starving at the moment. But these guys are all going to move over here, and they'll patrol forever once we start blood hunting here. We only have 223 blood slaves just doing nothing. Really need to make use of those soon. Research looks like this though. We'll be able to cast the bow next turn. Long-time fans of the channel will know it is my lifetime wish, dream, and desire to cast Ghost Ship Armada. So I'm looking forward to it, so hopefully we get to cast it and no one else steals it from us. So that'll be great. We'll do that next turn. Bishop Fish is still slowly walking his way over to the Silver Throne to claim it. And I am doing a bunch of forging this turn. Another thing you might know about me, if you've watched lots of my videos, is I really like having thugs with armies. So I thought I'd make another one, because why not? We've got another Astral Sultan over here, which does make him vulnerable to Magic Duel, but is that even in this? I can't remember if it's even in this. But I like Astral in this spellbook because it lets you cast Quick and Salve and all that kind of stuff. So I'll bug this guy out as well to move with our armies. So with that in mind, I'm forging, let's see, there's a Hydra Skin Armor and a Frostbrand. Frostbrand's mostly just to give him some cold resistance though, since he doesn't really need AoE clear since he's got a fire shield. But it gives him a bit more of that and it gives him some cold resistance. I'm going to give him an Amulet of Resilience for reinvigoration and a Horned Helmet for a helmet. It also gives him an attack. I've got this guy over here, forging an Elfbane for him. This is the armor-piercing axe that just instantly kills magic beings. Because why not? I think I can get away with having these guys dual wield, because they're ethereal and invisible, so it's not like many people are going to be hitting them. So he'll dual wield. And then the last thing he's going to be having is an Amulet of Anti-Magic. He's getting forged somewhere. I think that's all his slots, right? Yeah. So he'll be our second thug rolling around with our armies. I quite like having big super combatants just with armies like this. I think they do a good job harassing backlines while your army does does army things. So we're setting up blood hunting, still taking Ur's territory, getting ourselves a new thug, and we'll get Ghost Ship Armada next turn. And until then, scouts are still scouting, and forts are just full of crap now. Yeah, and supply usage is getting pretty tricky. I'm distributing bags of wine where I can. I'm really glad we didn't claim the Throne of Death, because we've got no growth on our Dominion at all, so we'd be dying everywhere. Might have to switch to just summoning elementals, since they don't eat anything. Probably for the best. They also don't have upkeep as well, right? Yeah. Some of these other guys, our money is very tight as well at the moment. 2260 cost, 275 for income. Not great. I think that's pretty much it for this turn though. I'm also forging the magic carpet I said I'd forge as well. This thing, apparently we get a national discount on it, which is pretty funny. Makes sense, I suppose. So we'll give that to the fish so that he can fly around. That'll help him out. Any other little bits and pieces? I might be forging a few. I kind of went mad just forging stuff this time, I think. Still doing alquills. There's the Amulet of Anti-Magic. I just get in Frostband, Girdles of Might. Amulet of Resilience, Flying Carpet, Horn Helmet. Yeah, I was going to start doing like bottles of water and stuff, but no, let's do a massive overcast on Ghost Ship Armada, why not? And that's it for this turn. I'll leave it there. So that was turn 46, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next turn. Hello, welcome back. We've got lots of research done. Enchantment is now 7, which notably gives us the boat. This has long been a dream of mine to cast Ghost Ship Armada in a game. It's kind of a shame that it's in this weird game, but you know, I'll take what I can get. This is almost as good as the time that I was able to recruit the Swimming Men. There's some other stuff in here that's kind of cool. Notably, there's improved power of the spheres. So all of our S1 mages can cast this without a gem, and it's just power of the spheres. So that's really cool. So that makes all of our crystal sorks really powerful. So that's a really nice one to hit. There's improved opposition. I guess we could cast that as well. We made skull caps for them all. There's a big version of improved Raise Long Dead Archers. Unfortunately, I don't think we can easily get to Death 4, even with our hero. We might have to empower if we wanted to use that, but it is a lot of archers. 56 plus 3 for 20 death gems. We don't have a huge amount of use for our death gems, so maybe I will empower her one day just to use that spell. Might be a pretty good one. We can also now do Phoenix Power on the whole battlefield. We can do an AoE 18 fire resist spell if we need to. Can summon some ogres in combat, why not? So there we go. We'll get the blood magic quickly just to summon some cares, and we'll be able to do that next turn, so we'll come back to that. Lots of summons and sight surging as usual. I'm going to dial back some of the summons again. I'm going to stop doing Horned Serpents. I'm probably going to stop doing Salamanders now. We've got enough of those in forts. I'm going to try and do summoning on stuff that has no upkeep and no supply cost. That's going to be the goal. And we found lots of sites as well. Dark Knowledge found a tomb for a death gem. Augury found Smolderstone for a fire gem. I think that was it though. So that's not too bad. Special monsters attacking, this is more mannequins. Still kind of an army here though. They have a bit more trouble. So Ur manages to fight them off. It's still pretty good though. I mean, you gotta remember this spell only costs 2 death gems to cast. It's killing quite a lot of stuff. It's not too bad. So there's Kopos. We searched for sites, didn't find any. And we spotted a battle in Ur as well. So Ur once again tried to repel the sieging force of Urmor. These guys are very loud. Lots of deer. Are these special at all? No, they were just deer. Don't last very long. The mantises are JBBM mantises, which means they still have the magic weapon claws, so they're not quite as useless. That's a lot of harps. Now this is very fun. When salamanders die, they explode. You can see quite a lot of explosions here. The Enkidu do have a fire blast though, right? Oh no, I guess not. Oh, because their god died, right? Or is that an incarnate blast? I could have sworn that these guys had a fire resist blast. Yeah, fire shot resist is incarnate, isn't it? I guess that's why they don't have it. Oh yeah, so AIR managed to repel Urmor. Which is pretty unexpected. So there we go. He did lose a lot of stuff though, I mean he has almost no units left. But he brought out, what is that, 28, 29 mages in that fight? Urmor didn't have any mages. So Urmor lost quite a bit of stuff there. 7 of his sacreds and 22 salamanders. So it's still a bigger loss for but it's interesting that Omar actually got knocked off the cap. You can see a few of his salamanders got scattered here, but also had a battle in Godwoods, but I mean, ain't really here. We just well, you know what? Let's watch it anyway. I do like watching my army because it is cool watching the Jin just kind of drop down from space and kill everything. Do you even do fire orbs in this battle? No, not good enough. Look at that. Just a rain of Jin. I feel like our army is kind of unstoppable over here. Yeah, so we put that fort under siege. It's already open as well. Events then, we got 112 gold in Bandego, hardworking farmers, managed to harvest some sturdy crops even during winter. We got Misfortune +3 in Dark Woods, and in Mir, another treasure has been found. 780 gold, bunch of gems, and a Crown of Titans. Yeah. So Crown of Titans makes you bigger, gives you some command as well. Which is quite nice. And I think that's pretty much it for messages. We lost a scout, opened up Godwoods, and cured 1 unit of disease. These commanders haven't got disease yet. I don't know, maybe there's a disease site here, maybe not. Pretty sure there is though. Are any more of you guys diseased? Hard to tell. But that's good anyway. Yeah, so this turn. It's quite interesting that Ur managed to push Ermor off his cap. We probably have enough force in this area then we can sort of push Ermor around as well, I imagine. So I think what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna try and fortify Morn and take Godwoods next, and then just push up through Ermor's territory. And we're gonna try and hold this region and take Atlantis' throne off him, and then try and just roll over all of Atlantis' coastal holdings. I think that's a good idea. And if we manage to pull that off, it puts us in this position above Pan. We'll have Pan on 2 sides, and we can try and push in and take his 2 thrones as well. And if we pull that off, we'll win the game, so I'm not sure how likely it is, but let's give it a shot. To start with though, we'll just make sure we can hold this area. So in Morn, I'm going to summon tiny fire elementals every month just to put something in the fort. These guys are all inanimate, so they should be fine if there is a disease site here. I've also got my Bishop Fish moving over, claim the throne, and another N1 Druid. They're all going to start forging Thistle Maces. They're going to do that because there is another summon spell. Is it in Conjuration or is it in Enchantment? It's in Enchantment. So we can do Vinemen summons. This only requires N2. There's 2 versions of it. This only needs 3 nature gems. You get 41 + 4 of them. That's a lot of Vinemen. And there's a slightly more expensive version that gives you Vinemen who have Reinvigoration. So that's another great spell to have in all of our forts. So we'll have a Nature Mage in every fort with a Thistle Mace, churning out 40 Vinemen a turn. Why not? It should be pretty good. That's the next target in Morn then. Over here, we're going to storm Godwoods. I've got a new Ifrit Sultan who's been geared out and flying over. So this is Sun Explodes, who's going to be the partner of Moon Explodes. I think those two will be a nice little duo. They'll be the thugs helping out this army in the region. For now, we're just going to storm this castle. I assume it's pretty much empty. You've got quite a nice army here, plus Moon Explodes. Still scripted the same. The only thing that might happen is that might roll that stack into us. So with that in mind, maybe I should move these guys up actually. They're currently just summoning stuff. I could move them up to help out. No, I'm going to leave it like this. I think this army is fine, even if rolls that stuff into us. It's just so much better than their army. They just lost a lot of units as well. We'd mostly be facing mages if they moved over. And I think we'll just fly at mages and chop them all up. But this is fine. So we'll storm the castle. And while we're storming, the guys currently in Glistening Dew are just doing summons. I just want some fire elementals to fill out this army a bit. Then we'll have 2 little armies that can walk around in this region. And we'll try and move up, we'll try and take Ur's cap, and then we'll try and move towards Obokti over here. That's the plan for the next few turns. We'll see how it works out though. Scouts are still moving around. I'm going to start putting stuff into this province, just to represent a bit of force on the map on our Atlantean coast, because Atlantia has a lot of stuff here. He could just start raiding us if he wanted to. So let's put a bunch of stuff in Troll Land. I'm going to move a mage over. Again, we're going to have an HE mage here who can start summoning Vine Men. We'll have a Sultan here who can start summoning tiny fire elementals. And everything we recruit in Ubar from now on will just move over to Troll Land and sit there. It'll just be a nice little stack on our coast, looking dangerous. So that's the plan over there. And I think I might be forging a few other things as well. We had a mage that had Earth Boots who was casting Gnome Lore. He's going to use those Earth Boots in order to forge more Earth Boots. So let's get lots of pairs of Earth Boots out and give them to our E1 mages. Get them all up to E2. So I'm going to start doing that now instead of girdles. Got lots of girdles. I'll get some Earth Boots out now. Earth Boots aren't as useful because a lot of our big mages, of course, don't have feet slots, so it's only the little guys who can wear them. But I think that's good. We'll start getting out more Thistle Maces to get our N1s up to N2, and more Earth Boots to get our E1s up to E2. And then the other big move this turn, of course, is we are casting Ghost Ship Armada. I think I put like 102 gems into it. Why not? It only costs 60, so that's a big overcast, but I want to make sure we keep it. Atlantis mentioned in the Discord that he tried dispelling Eyes of God a couple of turns ago and failed to. And I think he used a pretty big overcast on it as well. I'm not sure if getting down Guardians of the Deep and Ghost Ship Armada is as big a priority as getting rid of Eyes of God, but we should probably try to protect ourselves anyway. I think that's it for this turn though. We still have giant stacks on all our thrones. I think we must appear very, very tough to deal with. We might be at the part of the game where other nations start thinking about uniting against us. We have borders with everyone now, I think. Atlantis, Pan. We now have one with Jotun. Ross is probably out of the game soon. More. It's not out of the question. But I think we're representing a lot of strength everywhere, so we must appear very, very intimidating. I don't know, we'll see how things work out anyway. For now, that's the plan. Everything seems okay. I'll just quickly double check if we're doing anything else I forgot to mention, but I don't think so. Still doing the usual forging and stuff. And summoning. And I do have a water mage over here. He's going to forge himself a water bracelet and then walk around site searching. I think I mentioned he was going to do that a few turns ago. But that was turn 47. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next turn. Hello, welcome back. We got our blood magic research done. We can now summon Kiras. I'm starting doing that this turn. We'll see what they're like. We could also easily start summoning vampires as well, I think. I think our hero's blood 3, right? And boosters are pretty easy to make, I think, anyway. If we wanted to. A couple of vampires. Yeah. I'm going to go into Conjuration now to get Zmei. I might go into Alteration 6 then for a bit, because there's a nice, there's a buff that all S1 mages can cast with a gem that's just Mist Form in an 18 AoE. Be a nice little upgrade from Vapor Warriors. Might just delay Purgatory for a bit, especially since we might start summoning Long Dead Archers, I'm not sure yet. We did Auspex and Augury, found a Cave of Clouds. I think that's 1 gem. Yep. And then Augury found a Sunridge, I think is 2 fire gems. Yep. So pretty good. Still finding lots of sites. Did some summons as usual. We successfully cast Ghost Ship Armada. Long has this been a dream of mine. And then a bunch of battles. So in Kopos we saw some more mannequins getting thrown at nothing too interesting there. Palgrave, we're attacked our own one. Kopos, this is the bulk of Elmore's army. And then there's also a battle in there as well, which was Elmore I think just trying to put the fort back under siege with a few bits and pieces. It bounces off though. That was cool. How spectacular. Yeah, interesting fight. So Elmore bounced off her, but yeah, he's still got this big stack on its way. Much diminished though. Still 30 sacreds, they are pretty strong. Also had a battle at the Fortress in Godwoods. It's basically empty. Let's check it out. My army's cool. We do see some fire orbs this turn as well. Mostly just hits the wall though, isn't quite as cool. And then those mages get pecked to death by birds, and then chopped up by Jin. So there we go. So that's the Fortress in Godwoods. Did lose 2 Guardians somehow. But besides that, that's fine. It's another fortress for us. 99 income, that's nice. Then, far more interestingly, Ghost Ship Armada attacked an Atlantean province. So this is a JBBM game, so Ghost Ship Armada is slightly buffed, which is that all of the guys now have Fear, Ethereality, and Cold Resist. So they're a lot more impressive than in vanilla. So they take that province, no problems. Great stuff. There's the Kenny's Plain. We killed 770 people and we got 74 gold from that. That's really nice. So we're going to be generating a little bit more gold every turn from this. I love this spell. Events then. Thingwoods we got 406 gold from an Ancient Treasure. Trollland we got 945 gold and a Chainmail of Displacement. Bunch of gems. In Tech Regis we got plus 10 defense. So Tech Regis is right on the coast. Oh, almost. Not quite. There was also a worldwide event where the Necromancer is defeated, his shadow is lifted from the surrounding lands. I don't know what that was about. Like somewhere in the world someone was dealing with a Necromancer. That's pretty funny. What was this? Maybe this was the Necromancer event? Some weird bunch of vampires are attacking Pan? I have no idea. Doesn't look like it. So that happened in, where's that, Scorpion Cracks? Yeah, that's over here. Very strange. We patrolled out a Pangarian scout. We cured someone of disease, did we? Yeah. We also discovered in Obukti. Speaking of disease, while that's in my mind, I tried to upgrade the fort this turn in Morn and realized I couldn't. This is as much as these forts can be upgraded. So I was thinking whether or not I should tear the fort down. One of the reasons I thought this fort probably had a disease site is because our scout on it was diseased, and it was a palisades that was empty, but maybe it was just empty because Russ was at war. And maybe it was a... what is this? A wooden fort because that's just all he could build. Maybe the scout picked up the disease site from the Well of Pestilence over here or something. Maybe that's where my units got diseased. It was just walking through that province. I don't know. Maybe there's no disease site here at all. Maybe it's a nice safe fort we can just build up. Which would be great news. I haven't seen any of my commanders get a disease yet. So yeah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a fine province. It's good to know. I also remembered something else though that I don't think I mentioned it in a recording, but when we took Glistening Dew Forest, the province has a convent, which lets you recruit sisters and nuns. Which I'm going to start doing this turn, but these guys are also disease healers as well. Both of them. So we could set some disease healers in this fort as well if we need to. So we have plenty of options for dealing with disease, but yeah, maybe it just doesn't have a disease site. Maybe I was wrong. I still need to actually search it with my Death Mage. She's currently in Monoboa, but she's going to start doing Kira's now instead, so... she was moving over to be able to actually cast it with a ritual. Yeah, so that's... I don't know. I just thought I'd mention it. Where to start? I guess, yeah, up here. Since Ermor has managed to put his army back together and is probably going to roll back into Ur, I'm not going to push in just yet. But I am going to take this province off him because it makes more sense in my domain anyway. So I'm just going to roll some stuff up. We've got the salamanders we just summoned, plus the camels and the Ifrit. Still doing the usual spells. We got Gande Wasn't Bold casting Greater Protective Force though. It's an AoE 4 Protective Force. We just unlocked that in enchantment recently. Other than that, pretty usual. Got flame arrows on the camels, and the big guys doing fire orbs and then pillars of flame. I don't suspect there's anything here though, but just in case there ever is, that's how that's scripted at the moment. And in Godwoods I'm just doing a bunch of summons now. I'm summoning some angry war trolls, just to give me like a couple of blockers, just in case, you know, if we fight more in a couple of turns. It'd be nice to have some blockers to stand in the way of those sacreds he has, the mounted guys. So I just thought I'd get some trolls out, and also some phantasmal warriors as well. They'll be nice targets to eat a lance charge. Do those units have lances? I'm just kind of assuming. Yeah, got a light lance. Well, that doesn't break. They have 3 attacks around, yikes. Yeah, so that's all that's happening up here. I'm also putting down a temple in Morn and a temple in Godwoods. I think we're almost at Tom 10, right? Yeah. I'm getting close. It'd be nice to keep pushing our Dominion out. Building a temple, claiming the throne as well. And I'm doing some site searching in Morn. I think I'm site searching. Oh yeah, I am. I'm site searching. I gave Moon Explodes a bunch of astral boosters to get him up to S3. And Sentient Bananas is currently, I think he's my highest air mage here, that isn't a little guy. So we'll search this province for fire, astral, earth, air. Yeah. Maybe we'll find something, that'd be nice. Over here, my god's going to search Green Waters now, and I'm also going to summon another Bishop Fish and forge another Amulet of the Fish. And in Giant's Rest, we've got a Waterfall maze now. I'm going to walk around looking for water sites. I spoke recently about how it's hard for us to get to Death 4, but I remembered the plan originally was that we cast summon Kokithiad with my god, right? Forgot about that. So Kokithiads do have Death 3 natively. Where's my hero? Yeah, you're only Death 2. So Kokithiad with a booster can get us to Death 4, which is really useful. So we should remember to do that. I need 40 water gems though. I just spent them all on useless globals. But we'll get back up to 40 water gems soon. 5 turns if we don't get any events. Sooner if we do. So we'll get out a Kokithiad. Maybe one day we can have one in every fort, just summoning skeletons every turn, that'd be great. Since that's the plan, that's why I'm delaying Purgatory as well. There's not much point putting up Purgatory, since I don't think any of my opponents are using any undead anywhere that I can see. So we might be the only ones using it. I mean, Irma's probably going to summon undead at some point, right? I don't know. That's what's happening though. Just this little movement here. Searching for sites over in this direction. Also forging a pair of winged shoes for my prophet, who is here still. He's been preaching. So that he can get around as well. I love fish on flying carpets and my god with winged shoes. Scouts are still moving around. And I'm still putting some stuff in Troll Land. I'm going to put the ghouls here instead of the Jinn and the Ifrit and stuff. I think I'd rather have these guys flying around in useful places. Doing lots of forging as well. I think I'm forging like new Thistle Maces and stuff. I'm sort of going to pay it forward, so the guy in Woodmud is now using one to forge one, and then I'll pass it over to the guy here. We'll use one to forge one, and then we'll end up with a Thistle Mace in every fort so that we can start summoning Vinemen everywhere. Although Nature Gem income isn't great, so my god also needs to start walking around doing some more searching for nature and water sites. That's it for this turn though. Anything that hasn't moved is the Nation of McDonald's. That's fine. That was turn 48. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.